and welcome to Tina's Joyful Kitchen. I'm Tina McDermott, the lazy inspirational chef, and today we're going to celebrate Gay Pride Month with making, guess what, cake batter pie with rainbow sprinkles. I'm so excited because it's so pretty and it's delicious to boot. I have to tell you, it was a toss-up between fruit pizza and cake batter pie. Cake batter pie won! Yay! We're so excited about it. So first I'm going to make the crust. I'm going to make the crust, and I know I call it a pie, but I'm going to make it in a springform pan. Okay, I'm going to make it in a springform pan just because I want it to come out pretty and all that stuff. Now, well, even though it's a springform pan and it's supposed to come out easy, I'm going to give you a couple of tricks. You're going to get yourself some olive oil spray or avocado oil spray. Don't get those other sprays that have propellants. This one does not have a propellant, and it's not a rancid oil like a lot of those other commercial ones are. So make sure you get, I love my olive oil spray. So I got my olive oil spray. That was a piece of parchment paper that I put in there because we just don't want the bottom to stick. And just going to spread that around. So prepare your pan. Now on this one, we don't even have to prepare the oven because it's going to go in the freezer. Put that aside. Now let's make our crust. Let's make our crust. We're going to make our crust with some almond flour. Why do I use almond flour? Because it's gluten-free. Almonds are my favorite nut on the planet Earth. Actually, that should be my first thing because it's the most favorite nut on the planet Earth. We're going to do 1.25 cups of some nice almond flour. Okay, and it's gluten-free, so it's easier to digest for your tummy, okay, your belly, and doesn't cause inflammation and all those other things that you don't want in your life. Next, we're going to put in some coconut oil. We're going to put some coconut oil. Yes, you could use butter for the crust, or you can use some coconut oil that's flavored with butter. Yep, butter-flavored coconut oil. I absolutely love coconut oil, and a lot of people argue with me. Oh, it's coconut oil, Tina, what are you doing? And coconut oil is antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial. It is good for you. Small amounts of saturated fat in a constant flow is really important. Okay, I'm getting a step ahead of myself. So what we're gonna do, 1 tablespoon of some coconut oil. There we go. I put this in a double pot and I melted it already. So there we go. We got our butter flavored coconut oil. Yummo. Again, you can use butter if you want. We're going to do a pinch of sea salt. Why sea salt? It has all the minerals that your body needs and is devoid in everything else, in all of our vegetables and our soil. So we need to get the minerals, and that's why I do sea salt for the minerals. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to mash it all together and make a crust out of it. Okay. Sometimes these utensils that we have, this silicone spatula, which I love, just isn't good enough. It just isn't good enough to do what it needs to do, right? And we were born with the most amazing tools on the planet Earth. Here they go. They're our hands. So the most important tools in the kitchen are your hands. So get your hands in the mix. And you know, I was watching a show with Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer, and he was mixing the dog food with his hands. And what he said is you get the essence of me, and the dogs get to know who I am. I love dogs. I have 3 dogs and 2 cats. And they get to know me by me mixing their food by my hands. And it's kind of the same thing with your family, is that this is just love. This is love for your family. Now, what I'm finding is that I need a little bit more oil. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put a little bit more oil in there. You know, I call myself the lazy inspirational chef, and I don't always measure. So I probably ended up putting another tablespoon in there, and that's okay. It's all good. Now it's coming together, and now it's going to make my crust. So we're just going to get our springform pan, and I'm going to put all of that almond. This is so delicious. I just love a crust made with almond flour. If you haven't tried it, try it. Try it. Almond flour, I've been using it for years and years and years, and now it's becoming more mainstream, so I'm finding it in regular supermarkets as well, so I'm so pleased about that. I also freeze my almond flour or keep it in the refrigerator. It's in this tub because it can go rancid, especially it's summertime, right? And we don't want things to have too much heat that had oil in it, right? I even store some of my Sesame oil, I store that in the refrigerator. Walnut oils, avocado oils, I store those in the refrigerator. Okay, there we have it. It's not, you don't have to be like pristine about your crust. It's okay that it's got finger marks. No one's gonna see it. And it's yummy, yummy, yummy. So there we have it, our crust. Now we're gonna make the cake batter part of it. Let's set this aside for just a moment. And I am going to wash my hands real quick. Let's make some cake batter. Okay, cake batter pie, we're going to do, where is my peanut butter? We're going to start with peanut butter. You could also start with almond butter, cashew butter, walnut butter, whatever butter you want. If you're doing peanut butter, I've said this in the past, make sure you get peanut butter that doesn't have sugar in it. Organic is great. I prefer an organic peanut butter. But even the organic peanut butters can have sugar in them. It made me really mad one time when that happened. Now, the problem with peanut butter is that there's oil on the top. My husband always has a fit when I buy natural peanut butter and it has oil at the top. So I'm going to show you how to mix it in. Super easy. And my husband doesn't have a fit now. But look how quick this is. Always gets really hard on the bottom and then soft at the top. So if you just mix it with your blender, oh, I just got peanut butter all over me. Good thing I have an apron on, right? Good thing I have an apron on. And there we have it. We've mixed our peanut butter. And if you have children, you can have them lick that. And if not, that's okay. Maybe you want to, but I don't. I mean, I do, but I won't. I do, but I won't. Okay. I'm going to put this in the sink for now and get the peanut butter off of my arm. All right, my lovely assistant's already dished out some peanut butter for me. That's 3/4 cup of peanut butter. That was 3/4 cup, right? Okay. My lovely assistants, they're in the other room. They've been here since 7:30 prepping for me. Such gorgeous girls. Okay, 3/4 cup peanut butter. Then we're going to do some coconut milk. What I want you to do is I want you to get coconut cream from the can. I want you to put it in the refrigerator upside down so that when you open it, you have all of the cream at the top, and now we're going to scoop out the cream. What I'm going to do, I know this is kind of, why did I put it in upside down? Because I want some of the water, I'm going to dump it into a big bowl first, into this first, okay? Give me a second. Always refrigerate it, because it's easier to separate the water from the cream, okay? I love these little spatulas because you can get every little bit of goodness out of your can of coconut milk. Never get the coconut milk that is light because they have an additive in it. Heavy cream, coconut cream, or a regular coconut milk in a can, okay? And you'll get the cream off of the top. So if you see I've got all of that cream up at the top. That's what I want is the cream part of all of that. So here we go. I'm gonna put all of that cream in there. Actually, for this particular cake, I'm going to use it all. After all of that, I'm just going to use the whole can. I'm going to use everything. I'm going to use it all. It's all good. I'm going to put it all in there, yummy yum. And I was thinking when I make the frosting, I only need the cream part of it. But for the cake itself, I need the whole thing. Oh well, life is good. Now we're going to do a little bit of coconut water, but since that can had a lot of water, I'm not going to add that in there. I don't need that. And we're going to put, what else? A little bit of monk fruit for my sweetener. Look, if you want to use honey, go ahead and use some honey. For this one, I am going to use monk fruit. Monk fruit is a sweetener. I've talked about this in the past. That is made from a fruit that's sweet, but it does not elevate your blood glucose levels. Isn't that a nice thing? It doesn't elevate your blood sugar levels, so if you're diabetic or maybe you are looking to lose weight and you don't want all that sugar, try monk fruit. And I always bake with confectioner's sugar monk fruit. I don't get the granular one, okay? Confectioner's sugar monk fruit. Okay, so we've got the monk fruit in there. We need a little bit of vanilla. Need a teaspoon of vanilla. I don't have a teaspoon out, so I'm just going to kind of guesstimate. They say good cooks or chefs know how to estimate things. That's what I did. We're gonna do a pinch of sea salt, and now I'm gonna mix all this up. Peanut butter, coconut cream, not gonna do the coconut oil yet, monk fruit, vanilla, salt. Okay, we're gonna whip all of this up. And this is not baked, this is gonna be frozen, remember? We didn't have to set up the oven. We're gonna whip all this together, and I'll be right back. Now that we've whipped it all together, now we're going to put the coconut oil in here. We're going to put the coconut oil. And once again, I'm going to use the butter flavored coconut oil. Oops. Let's just rinse these off real quick. I have cats and dogs, you never know. All right. When you put your blender on the counter, make sure that it's on the counter, not on the floor, okay? Here we go. Coconut oil, again, butter flavored coconut oil. What is a cake without some butter in it? Again, you can use regular butter if you want, but the coconut oil makes this really nice. Butter flavored coconut oil. Here we go. Blend it up one more time. That one splashed me in the eye. It's all good. It's all good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to taste it for sweetness. I want you to taste it. I don't normally like to taste things on the show, but we're going to taste it to make sure that I have enough monk fruit in there. Or maybe, yeah, let me taste it. It's perfect. It's exactly where I want it to be. Exactly where I want it to be. Here we go. This is how easy it is. Pour it right into your shell here. And I love these silicone spatulas. Here we go. I'm going to put this in the freezer for about an hour, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a lot of fun with funfetti all over the top of that. All right, are you ready? We're going to put the sprinkles on our cake batter pie. I'm so excited. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. And if you have kids, oh my gosh, let the kids do this because they will have a good time. I put my pie in a springform pan, and I'm going to attempt to get it onto the plate. Now, I'm going to get my butter knife, and I'm just going to, ooh, it's tough. I'm going to loosen it all the way around. I'm going to loosen it. Who says you don't use muscles in the kitchen? You use muscles in the kitchen. Here it is. All right, I'm using a lot of muscles in the kitchen. It's slow going, but it's going. It's loosening up. If you don't do this, it will come apart. So take your time and don't think you need to skip this step. You can't. Or you could have just put this actually in a pie crust versus a spring form. I did it. I got all the way around. Okay, so let's loosen up this spring form. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Yay! It came off. Good. Now, remember I put parchment paper on the bottom here, so it should slip right off. Leave the parchment paper. Don't think that you need to take that off, okay? It should slip. Oh, it did beautifully. I'm going to put it on my plate, and it came off anyway. Uh-oh, there's a piece of parchment paper in my cake. I think parchment paper is edible. No. No, it's not. It's not. Let me just take that piece of parchment paper off. Okay. There we go. Okay. And if you do eat a little, oh well. Nature will take its course. All right. You ready? Let's do some sprinkling. What I did for the sprinkles, I've got some freeze-dried blueberries, freeze-dried strawberries. I got some coconut, shredded coconut, and I got my handy dandy little zester, and I zested up a lime and mixed it with coconut. We zested an orange and mixed it with coconut. We zested a lemon and mixed it with what? Coconut. So these are all your natural sprinkles without any kind of artificial flavors, any artificial colors, nothing that's going to harm your brain or the cells of your body. Now, the other thing you could do is get some fresh fruit. Do some fresh fruit and do whatever kind of decoration you want. You can make this in stripes, or you can just go around in a circle, whatever makes you happy, because that's what life is about, is just making you happy. Doing whatever, because we're here on this earth for joy, nothing else but joy. So whatever brings you joy, that's what you do. Of course, fun things that bring you joy. So that's a little green. We're going to put a little green, but I also did the lime zest with the coconut sprinkles. So I'm going to put some of that on top of my kiwi. I'm going to get some of the orange zest, and I'm going to put that on top of my tangerines. Have some fun with this. Have some fun with this, right? Now we're going to do blueberries. I'm going to put the blueberries right here in the middle. These are freeze-dried blueberries, and they make the perfect sprinkles for our rainbow here. Dried strawberries, and you can do fresh strawberries. It doesn't matter. You can do fresh strawberries. There we go. So we've got our red. Look, I did not put this in the order of the rainbow, and I'm okay with that. Are you okay with that? You can put yours in the organization of a real rainbow, but this is my rainbow. This is how I want to make my rainbow, and you make your rainbow how you want to make your rainbow, because we are all individuals. Okay, and now we're going to put the yellow with the coconut and the lemon zest right here on the end. And there we have it, our cake batter pie with natural rainbow sprinkles. Look how fun this is, and look how beautiful this is. Celebrating Gay Pride Month with the wonderful, beautiful rainbow. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you make this cake batter pie and love every minute of making it and eating it. All right, and until next time, thank you so much for being here, and until next time, namaste. Bye for now, everyone. Bye for now.